Hey guys, welcome to the third edition of WrestleRant. I am your host, Bleacher Report featured columnist Graham GSM Matthews, here today for the Raw review of August 8th, 2011. A very controversial episode of Monday Night Raw last night, airing on the USA Network. And let's get down to business. First match, the first segment featured Triple H announcing that he will be the special guest referee for the WWE Championship match this Sunday between CM Punk and John Cena. I predicted that move before Raw went on air last night. I think it's also a smart move in order to get the buzz going about the much anticipated rematch between CM Punk and John Cena. There is a very much possibility that Triple H could cause a swerve in the outcome of this Sunday's WWE Championship match. Possibly a heel turn, that's what I'm pulling for, possibly. You never know, we'll get back to that in a little bit in the ending segment of the show. And then Triple H announced that both CM Punk and John Cena will be in singles action later that night. And John Cena went on to defeat Jack Swagger in what was a decent match. We've seen a bunch of matches from those two in the last couple years. Jack Swagger is a nice stepping stone, which is kind of hard to say, saying that he's a former World Heavyweight Champion. Jack Swagger should be in the United States Championship picture. I don't know what happened with his real program with Evan Bourne a couple months ago on Monday Night Raw. Jack Swagger deserves a real program on Raw. I know there's a bunch of mid-card heels on there. Alberto, Jack Swagger, we got, not really CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre. I know there's an abundance of heels on the Monday Night Raw roster, but Jack Swagger could really benefit from a real program to get his character going again. But nonetheless, a solid match. Then after that, I'm just going to scatter throughout the episode. We had a match between Dolph Ziggler and Alex Riley later in the evening. I was really anticipating a better match between those two. The match only lasted a minute and a half. I'm hoping that they save the potential good matchup for a later date, with Riley hopefully earning a United States Championship match with a disqualification victory. The Dolph Ziggler and Vicky Guerrero breakup felt a little bit rushed. I mean, it's been something that we've been anticipating for months now. I would really rather like Dolph Ziggler as a singles competitor, possibly in the main event picture in a couple months, maybe early next year. But it felt a little rushed last night. I don't know if Dolph Ziggler is turning face, if Vicky's turning face, I highly doubt it. But hopefully it just slowly builds to the climax of their departure, of their partnership, I should say. Also last night we had a Divas match between Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. Beth Phoenix looking absolutely dominant. The only problem I had with this match was that the crowd was sitting on their hands the entire time. I'm not really surprised, to say the least, that the crowd didn't give Beth Phoenix a solid heel reaction. She was a very good face and always had the crowd buzzing, but since her heel tactics last week, it looks like the crowd didn't really know how to react with her matchup with Eve Torres, whether or not to boo or cheer or whatever. The Divas division has been in a slump since the departure of Karma a couple months ago due to her pregnancy. So hopefully we see a solid matchup between Beth Phoenix and Kelly Kelly this Sunday. Kelly shot to Beth Phoenix's head after the match, and she was walking back up the ramp. Not really necessary. It kind of took away from Beth's momentum going into Sunday, and I wouldn't cross my fingers for a good match from Kelly Kelly this Sunday for the Divas Championship at SummerSlam. Hopefully Beth walks out with a victory, can hopefully build towards an alliance with Natalya in the coming weeks, and hopefully build towards an eventual showdown with Karma when she returns, hopefully at WrestleMania 28 over the Divas Championship. Also last night we had a scheduled match between Miz and Rey Mysterio. I'm actually pretty happy that match didn't go down. That's a potential pay-per-view bout. I was hoping to see that this Sunday at SummerSlam. Unfortunately we didn't because Rey Mysterio's minor injury. I'm not sure if it's going to be confirmed this week on SmackDown. I highly doubt it. But I would really love to see Rey Mysterio and Miz on the card, especially since Miz is a mainstream icon and Rey Mysterio is in his hometown this Sunday. Hopefully he will be in condition to wrestle this Sunday at SummerSlam, seeing that he will get a WWE Championship rematch next week live on Raw between either CM Punk or John Cena. But the attack that Miz took on Rey Mysterio prior to his match with Kofi Kingston was very well done. It helps get major heat on Miz. become a legitimate heel on the Monday Night roster, something that he didn't have during his WWE Championship run a couple months back. Picking up clean wins, especially against a solid mid-carder like Kofi Kingston, will certainly help his prestige, I should say, kind of, for The Miz to become a solid heel. Heels getting clean wins is exactly what we need to help rebuild The Miz and R-Truth, which I will get to in a little bit. But overall, a very great match from Kofi Kingston and The Miz, two familiar foes, and hopefully we see Miz and or Kofi Kingston this Sunday live on SummerSlam. Also, we had a match between R-Truth and John Morrison, something also similar to the Miz and Mysterio match, wanted to see go down on Sunday. I was looking for a non-finish between the two. Unfortunately, we did not get that because it looks like John Morrison's in the doghouse, in my opinion. I'm not really sure. The match was only 4 minutes, but it was a nice storyteller to say the least. Very good action from R-Truth and John Morrison. With their rivalry building over the last 4 months, I would rather see this go down on pay-per-view. Hopefully we see a rematch this Sunday at SummerSlam. But I am glad the only benefit from this match is that we see R-Truth get a clean win. Hopefully build towards back in the main event picture, the WWE Championship picture with John Cena and CM Punk. Love to see a rematch between those two later down the line. Also, CM Punk had his singles battle against Alberto Del Rio, the Mr. Money in the Bank. Very solid matchup, first time ever between those two. Definitely a pay-per-view worthy match. Hopefully we see it down at Night of Champions, possibly later this fall when Alberto Del Rio's main event push is supposed to come to into play. His WWE Championship eventually coming to fruition very, very soon. Alberto Del Rio kind of lost some momentum from this. I mean, he's been looking strong the last couple weeks, but he's really without direction. I was hoping for a match with Kofi Kingston between Del Rio and Kingston this Sunday at SummerSlam. Doesn't look like we're going to get that after last night. But nonetheless, Del Rio did look strong in this match with CM Punk. Very nice finish with the roundhouse kick to the head from CM Punk to Del Rio and followed up by the GPS. Very nice match from those two. And also to close the show, an amazing controversial promo from John Cena and CM Punk. CM Punk name dropping the names such as Chris Masters, Vladimir Kozlov, and Harry Smith, or Dave Smith, for those who don't know who that is, obviously. Will help get the insider fans, the internet fans, buzzing going into Sunday. Casual fans will hopefully be able to pick up on that. And John Cena, this is some of the best mic work that he's had in a long time. The CM Punk-John Cena rivalry that I wrote in an article yesterday on Bleacher Report has been one of the hottest feuds that we've seen from John Cena in recent memory. CM Punk is really bringing out the best in John Cena, and I was hoping for that last night, and it came to fruition. John Cena showed his serious side last night. He showed amazing potential in the mic. None of that stupid PG, poopy joke crap that we've come to see in the last few months. CM Punk really brought the best out of John Cena, especially with the name dropping of heel persona, Hulk Hogan, work rate, some no-nos from the usual promos that usually we see from CM Punk. Stuff from John Cena last night. Triple H and John Laurinaitis played the roles well as well. They played it very well, and they were nice bonuses to add on the side. With Triple H and John Cena close the show, standing in the ring, and CM Punk calling conspiracy definitely might help some buy rates going into the Sunday. CM Punk and John Cena will definitely help buy some tickets going into Sunday. 2 people win their seats. Adding Triple H in the main event of SummerSlam as a special guest referee will also help things get going very well. That's it for Raw this week. What else we got? We had a Hardcore Justice. I won't really go in match perspective. We don't have that much time for that tonight, but I will say this. The match between Kurt Angle and Sting, pretty well done for the most part. I mean, I was hoping for Kurt Angle versus Ken Anderson in the main event for the TNA World Championship. Guess not, but very good, well-wrestled match from Sting and Kurt Angle, familiar foes. I mean, it's a Vince Russo finish with Kurt Angle turning heel. We're not really sure about that yet. We'll see this week on Impact, but I hope not, because Kurt Angle is one of the only legit faces in TNA wrestling right now. I mean, the constant title changes will only make the title seem less prestigious. And going into Bound for Glory, I hope it doesn't change again, which will be a complete waste of a championship if it does. I'm glad Sting didn't bring any of his stupid antics, his stupid Joker antics in the last night's match. Hulk Hogan's run-in was certainly not needed. Hopefully we don't see him wrestle at SummerSlam, not SummerSlam, I'm sorry. Bound for Glory. Take away from the complete point of the Bound for Glory series. Let's see what else. I think that's it for today's edition of WrestleRant Edition 3. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at save_us_GSM. Also visit my personal website at nexterrawrestling.weebly.com. Visit my Bleacher Report stories and the link provided below. And make sure to check out all of our other videos and stay tuned for more news coming soon. Thanks for joining us here tonight. GSM signing out.